Fam, how y'all doing? How you feeling? This your Uncle Tim. This is Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews, the channel where I rant and I review, man. I was just reminiscing with somebody about years of long gone. Things that happened when we were children. We had the Masters of the Universe swords. Used to go over friends' houses. We used to eat big-ass bowls of cereal with wooden spoons. We used to talk crazy. You remember back when ravioli was the stuff, that came in a can, Chef Boyardee? You remember the Star-Kissed tuna and all that stuff, man? You remember all of these things that a lot of people didn't know about. The Hormel chili that came in a can, shit like that. Chili dogs and all of this stuff, man. Corn dogs, stuff that kids nowadays don't really touch anymore. If it ain't nothing super duper fancy, and I'm not talking about any of the young people or anything like that. I'm just saying it's amazing how times have changed, man. It's amazing how, a lot of the stores and restaurants that we knew, are gone. Like Kmart, Sears, SS Kresge's, Woolworth, Venture, Zare, just a lot of these damn stores that are not there. Osco Drugs, them damn things are gone. So, you're looking at places like restaurants like Fuddruckers. You remember where you used to go and build a burger? Yeah. Shakey's, where you can go and eat all you can. I used to go get like 3 or 4 plates and be maxing them. Dude. Then, it's just ways that you sit back and think how times have changed because, oh man, and everybody remember Old Country Buffet. Man, in this time, in this economy, they couldn't keep that alive because it would cost too much. Food right now is at an all-time high. And having all you can eat. You remember when you used to go into places like this, like that, and Shakey's, and you used to see people putting food in plastic bags and Ziploc bags, can it home with them? Like, man, I'm going to eat this later. I'm like, damn, you coming here to eat 2 or 3 times? Like, man, look, you can eat all you can here. Oh, man, I just got to have something for me to go home with, man, And I'm just looking like, man, but you know what? You remember all the fast cars like the Camaros, the Firebirds, and, just stuff like Trans Ams, stuff from back in the day, Corvettes that you remember as a kid. You used to remember y'all used to go outside and ride y'all bikes. Y'all used to jump ramps. Y'all used to go down hills on sleds in the middle of summer. Man, shit was real, man. You didn't care. It was fun. It was a dream. You remember the street lights when they came home on? You had to be home. Dude, if those street lights are on, if they were coming on, you had to run your ass home as fast as you can. Everybody had it memorized. They had a little watch with the street lights come on at this time, man. They come on at 5:55. You running home, you running. Your mama said, be on that porch when them street lights come on. I was running, man. I made it to that door. I hit the damn wall, almost hurt myself. But I was on the porch and my mama was looking like, she opened the door. She looked down, seen me down there, closed the door. Didn't care. You had to be on that damn porch. And after that, she called you, come on in. Okay, it's time to eat. Okay. You remember all that chicken, boy, when you was little, you used to eat all that chicken and rice and shit that you don't eat nowadays. Stuff that you said, hey, don't eat this again. It was just so nasty, like chitlins and pickled pig feet and pig this, pig that. Dude, I was so pigged out, I don't even really eat pig no more. I'm like, man, it's just too much. But those were the good old days, man. It was the good old days of watching cartoons that didn't make sense. But each cartoon had a message. Regardless of what the damn cartoon was about, it had a message. And, that was the good thing. Learning is half the battle. You G.I. Joe, don't open the door for strangers. Don't pick up the phone when your parents are not home. They knew you was home. See, you see that. Did you not understand? They even knew you was home alone. You cannot make this shit up. Back in the day, villages raised kids. And when I say villages, the community raised your kid. They would not let your kid get out of line. They whoop your ass first, then the parents would come whoop your ass. Everybody in your house was whooping your ass. Man, that was the thing. Back in the day, they didn't really have too many name brand shoes. You get what I mean? They had Nikes. I remember I first got my first pair of Nikes, man. I was just like, man, People ain't gonna talk about me. I got Nikes on. Dude, back in the day, people was wild with the cracking. Boy, they were cracking on you so hard. They had jokes for days, your mama jokes, your daddy so fat, I don't even see your daddy. You know, you're like, damn, I don't get it. But people dying, laughing, they falling. You remember Eddie Murphy? You remember he was a stand-up comic? You remember he used to put on all of those shows, and he always wearing leather, you know, a whole damn leather suit. You remember Eddie Murphy and Michael Jackson was best friends at one point in time? Yeah, you remember that? You remember Michael Jackson was dating Brooke Shields? You remember all this shit, man. See, that's the thing. You remember you used to color in coloring books? Man, you remember we used to fly kites? Man, half of the games that we played as children, or the toys we had, were so simple. You know, it didn't have no anything. Even the He-Man figures we had, you know, they didn't have, only thing that moved was the arms and the legs. Nothing else moved. The head just moved. You had like, what, 1, 2, I'm going to count the numbers of articulation. 1 arm, 2 arm, 3 is the leg, the other is the 4th is the leg, and the other one is the head, 5. You had 5 points of articulation on that damn figure. You know, the color on most of them was all jacked up, but you didn't care. Then if you realize you had a lot of bootleg He-Mans out there. You remember the Mexican He-Man? Dude, that shit was hilarious. But you know what? It was something to watch. It was something to see. I'm talking about when people were selling this on the street. You seen Mexican He-Man. Then don't you remember the knockoff Transformers? You know, like the combiners? They were the actual combiners without, you know, like the Decepticon or Autobot logo, man. They had a lot of these knockoff Transformers, man. I was buying a ton of them from little Chinese shops, man, that sold the stuff that they got from China, man. You know, and you just thinking about it. Back in the day, we had tough skin. You know, we had fun. And you know what? You can't compare yesteryear to this year. You know, our problems during those years was just our problems, man. You know, we faced a lot. You know, there wasn't a lot of money. I don't give a damn what color you was. There wasn't a lot of money at all. And we had to make do. You know, a lot of people don't understand. When they do these, you know, 40,000, 32,000 is, you know, like, is the average, you know, to 40,000. You know, that ain't the average. The actual average is like 20,000. They're counting billionaires. You can't count billionaires and put it in the actual pool of people because most people don't live like the 1%. So you don't count the 1% and see what your average income is. Do you remember Michael Jackson and Thriller? You remember the first time you watched Thriller? You remember when he was doing all those weird moves and when he turned around and his face was that weird zombie face when you was little, you jumped? Man, you remember they were doing the dance and stuff? You looking at, boy, Michael was killing it back then, boy. He won so many damn awards. That one award show, he was going against his damn self. They were like Lionel Richie, Michael Jackson Thriller, and the last nomination is Michael Jackson Thriller. You'd be like, yeah, maybe Lionel Richie going with Michael Jackson won. He won so many Grammy Awards that damn night. I was like, wow. Then you remember Motown 25th anniversary when he first did the moonwalk? Or when Prince first performed Purple Rain? Or we're going to go into this time. When Prince performed Purple Rain at the Super Bowl, when it started raining, but he had like a purple stage, so it made the rain look fucking purple. I'm like, wow. You couldn't make this shit up. There's like, Prince, we don't want you to go out because of the twins might actually fall and hurt themselves because they're dancing. And he said, because of the rain, it's raining hard. He said, Prince said, can you make it rain harder? You know, they were like, what? Can you make it rain harder? You know, because they were worried because he got this electric guitar, the mic stand. They were scared he was going to get electrocuted. Prince got out there and put on a show. His performance was better than Michael's. I ain't gonna lie, it was. It was way better. Prince killed it. Michael killed it too, but Michael did too much. My whole thing is, man, these shows, these performers, These are acts that you won't see again. People like James Brown. People that got up there and put on a whole damn show. He was a singer, a dancer, an entertainer. He was an entertainer. You know, see, that's the thing. You don't want somebody up there that just can sing. After a while, you get tired of somebody just standing there doing all this. But you had actual people that can get up there and put on a show that nobody else is seeing. You know, you miss Prince. You miss Michael Jackson. You miss Tina Turner. You know, there are a lot of acts out there. You know, you still got Barbra Streisand. Man, she's an amazing singer. I remember Memory. You know, I was like, ain't that from Cats? Like, you remember that movie? You remember the one they redone? I'm like, ain't that Taylor Swift over there? Like, man, I'm just looking at it, man. Times change. Things are different. Life, man, is something that you cannot bet on. It's something that's just different every day, man. Each day brings something different, man. You know, the childhood that I remember and the childhood compared to the one now, they're all amazing, man. Everybody gets the best of their work. You know, people talk about Michael Jordan like he's the GOAT. They said he's better than LeBron James. Michael won 6 championships and this and that. Michael lost. Michael was in the league in the 80s. People forget he couldn't get past the Pistons, the Celtics, and the Lakers. They whooped his ass all during the 80s. He didn't win until the 90s, until Larry Bird and all of them started retiring. That's when he won. But he couldn't get past those teams. Michael Jordan lost 9 times. You know, you can't compare it to LeBron because he made damn near, you know, if you keep going, it's a different thing. But when Michael was playing, he wasn't going. You know, see, that's the thing that people don't understand. You can't compare each player. You know, overall, people feared Michael Jordan a little more than they fear LeBron. I think LeBron at this point is about team ball. Michael was like, I'm going to take it all upon myself. We don't need that, man. They were asking, could LeBron work in, you know, the league back in the day when Michael was there? Yeah. These are great players. Great players can play at any damn time. You're not just great now. Could Michael play now? Yeah. You know, if he was younger, yes, he could. Dude, I look at all of this, man. You go back in time and you remember Wayne Gretzky, you remember Bo Jackson, and you remember Michael Jordan. They all had that cartoon show. Oh, man. Do you remember Mummies Alive? The Gargoyles? Chasing the Wheel Warriors? The New Adventures of He-Man? When he was basically on another planet, man, with a laser sword. You know, this He-Man back there with the green shield. Man, please. Dude, we had cartoons. We had Thunder the Barbarian. We had Inhumanoids and Masters of the Universe. We had, G.I. Joe. We had some of everything, man. We had the Super Friends. It's just crazy how you sit back. We had the X-Men. We had comic books. Remember back in the day, you used to sit there and read comic books, man? Please. Man, times change, bro. Time has changed. But you know what? I still appreciate those days, and I appreciate now. You know, now you know what to buy and what not to buy. Yeah, comic books was 10 or 15 cents back in the day, but 10 and 15 cents back then was a lot of damn money. That's what people missed. That was a lot of money back then, considering you was making like $2.70 damn cent an hour. See my point? But see, that's just the thought process behind a lot of this, man. But till later, man, thank you for watching. Peace out, fam.